Good evening and welcome to Equity News on EquityAxis. Thank you for joining us as we come to you live from our Equity studios in the capital. My name is Rumbidzai Goredema.
And I'm Caroline Shkerima.
On to our news.
The government has signed a deal with UNIWAGON, the biggest wagon manufacturer in Russia. The deal is to acquire wagons and locomotives to fight the capacity problems the NRZ has been facing. And the locomotives are specially designed for the conditions in Zimbabwe. The deal involves the supply of 67 locomotives and 5,000 wagons, with 100 of these wagons being delivered beginning of January 2020. The 100 wagons cost $10 million and Russia is providing funding. Let's have a look.
The deal involves the capacitation of National Railway Zimbabwe, as we are aware. And we are going to get delivery of 100 wagons starting from this January, prototype specially designed for our conditions in Zimbabwe. But ultimately, the deal involves the supply of 5,000 wagons so that we are able to match the capacity utilization for National Railway Zimbabwe. We have a booming mining industry, we have a booming agricultural industry, and we really require the wagons and ultimately the locomotives for purposes of that.
Any money value?
The current 100 will be costing $10 million United States dollars, and we have secured the funding. The good thing about the deal is the Russians are providing the funding. We have two options, the lease hire option and the outright supply on the basis of underwriting of the deal by Afri-Exim Bank.
So it's a celebration for the railways of Zimbabwe.
It is indeed. Besides the wagons, we are going in to get 67 locomotives, and we have a cooperation agreement. Yes, these are diesel engines. We are going diesel because of our current electricity challenges, but ultimately in future, as we realize the vision of 2030, we'll go towards a fully electrified system, both freight and commuter systems.
Energy and Power Development Minister Fortune Chassis has urged companies and households to turn to renewable energy sources to supplement electricity shortages in the country. He was speaking at the National Energy Innovation Summit held in the capital by the Financial Gazette. He added that private players and ZESA need to be innovative and adopt solar use and add energy onto the national electricity grid. The government is also aiming towards a policy of duty and VAT-free importation of solar geyser equipment and setting up infrastructure for the use of electric cars. The video we're going to show you is courtesy of the Financial Gazette.
You also need to note the emphasis given to access to clean and modern energy by the Sustainable Development Goals. We want to play our part. We're an active participant amongst the the nations of the world, and we have obligations as a country to ensure that we limit emissions. We want to play our part in reducing the emissions that are causing havoc across the world. It's an obligation that we carry. So some of our policies will speak to that. This is why we are speaking of electric vehicles as opposed to diesel. And we are very happy that the automotive industry is moving towards that direction. And as government, it's our responsibility to set up the policy framework as well as the regulatory framework on these issues. And we are working on this. We've asked service stations and those who are not aware of this need to understand that this is our position as government, that we would like them to go solar, including electric charging ports as we move forward. We want to make sure that we are able to attract, and we're already working on a raft of measures around enticing electric motor vehicles into Zimbabwe. I can tell you, if as soon as I know the price, I'll start saving just to avoid being in a queue waiting for fuel, but I'll also be happy that I'm contributing to issues to deal with climate change, which you know has affected us so much. The ministry, you also need to note the emphasis given to
The African Union is considering formulating a policy that protects the Zimbabwe mining sector from the perils of declining mineral prices. Zimbabwe, the second largest chrome reserve in the world, is bearing the burden of depressed prices owing to international manipulation of markets. Zimbabwe is taking steps to attract global capital into the mining sector. Hence, the AU pledged to promote the small-scale mining in Zimbabwe. Discussions were also undertaken on fostering a new way forward for the African mining sector, new business model for mining, and how companies can remain liquid in the face of market volatility.
Zimbabwe's gold deliveries dropped by 19% to 2.80 tons during the month of September from 3.47 tons during the same period last year due to the crippling power outages, foreign currency shortages, and inefficient mining. Cumulatively, gold deliveries decreased 26% to 20.62 tons during the first 9 months of 2019 from 28.09 tons during the comparative period last year due to inappropriate ore hoisting machinery from the deep mine shafts. Gold is now the highest single foreign currency earner, with the yellow metal contributing 38% of the country's total earnings and more than 60% to the mining sector, the highest forex earning sector. Thank you for watching our evening news. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow us on Twitter and Facebook, and to visit our website on www.EquityAxis.net. From the EquityAxis team and us, have a great weekend.
Climbing to the top takes more than just hard work and smart choices. It's the passion that drives you from within, the endurance to keep going through difficult times, and having a very clear vision of how to succeed. That's what we strive for at CBZ. We're a diversified and innovative listed financial services group in Zimbabwe with a complete range of activities including banking, short and long-term insurance, asset management, and property investments. CBZ has been a pinnacle for stability in the economic landscape of Zimbabwe, stemming from our deep-rooted values, our excellent customer service delivery, and our corporate vision to strive for excellence as a global competitor. Our continuous investment in research and development will cement our promise to provide customer convenience utilizing state-of-the-art technology. Relationships are at the core of what we do. We understand, however, that strong, long-lasting partnerships are not built overnight. With over 3 decades of wealth management, we have come to understand our clients and their specific investment requirements. Our unique mix of skills ensures that investment opportunities are examined from all perspectives. The balancing rocks of Zimbabwe have weathered the elements for thousands of years and stood the test of time, like majestic reminders of the fine balance of nature. They challenge our perception of what is possible and what endures. Just as CBZ has weathered the economic storms and remained steadfast throughout the turbulence of unsettled economies. Achieving the impossible through resilience and stability, we balance the elements of hard work, dedication, and experience, making us your ideal partner for success.